Hello, all my gorgeous babies of the zodiac. Today's video is going to be all about closing the gap between your current reality and your dream reality, as well as how to step into your divine feminine goddess energy. First up, let's start off by defining what type of energy that we're trying to achieve. This is one of my favorite books, Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. So here's the scale of some emotions with different energies. As you can see, lust, pain, victimization, suffering, shame, guilt, fear. As you can see, these emotions are very low vibrational ones, whereas feelings of bliss, freedom, love, joy, appreciation, and gratitude are on way higher frequencies. The only way we can change our lives is to change our energy, to change the electromagnetic field we are constantly broadcasting. In other words, to change our state of being, we have to change how we think and how we feel. And that is precisely what we are going to be starting off with, because in order to close the gap between your current reality and your dream reality, we need to change the way that you think and you feel about yourself and your life. Number one, and arguably one of the most important things for you to do, is to clarify your vision. That means figuring out precisely what it is that you want, not just having some sort of vague description of your dream life as in, oh, I want to live in a nice house and drive a nice car, have enough money to support my shopping addiction. No, we need facts, we need numbers, we need data. These are some different ways in which I have clarified my vision. Creating a goal board, so cutting out a lot of different images of exactly what you want. So precisely the house that you want, writing down the street on which you want that house, writing down the number that you would like to earn every single month, what kind of romantic relationship that you're in, the way you dress, the way you look, what kind of job that you work in. Find images that represent this dream reality of yours, cut them out and glue them onto a piece of paper, a board. Create a visual representation of what you would like to accomplish and then put it somewhere where you can see it every single day to remind you of where you're going. Another thing you can do to clarify your vision so you can even start to attempt closing the gap between your current reality and your dream reality is also scripting. So writing in your journal as if these things have already happened and transpired. So rather than writing, I wish I had this dream job in this dream city and that I lived in this dream apartment with this dream roommate or lover, write it like this. I work at so-and-so firm, or I run my own business. This is precisely where I live. This is precisely who I live with. This is how we're communicating with each other. This is how I feel every single day when I get out of bed, which is amazing, powerful, accomplished, like a goddess. Write these things down because writing things down is immensely powerful. And lastly, in order to clarify your vision, I highly recommend on your phone, you've got a voice note app, okay? If you're watching this video, you have access to the internet, chances are you have a smartphone. Record a little manifestation scripting with your own voice, saying precisely what it is that you want as though it's already happened. So rather than just writing it, you're actually speaking it into your phone.
And I am so grateful for my internal and external beauty. I am grateful for my husband and loves and respects and pampers me endlessly every single day.
I listen to my manifestation recordings in the car. I listen to them with my headphones when I'm cleaning up. This is how you're going to get on the frequency of your future self, which you would like to get to and like to accomplish. Number two is to set some very clear, quantifiable goals. Quantifiable is key. So making sure that you've got goals, for example, for the year 2024, and you write a number next to those. How many times a week do you work out? How much money do you make every single month? On what date are you going to launch that business that you've always dreamed of pursuing? Write these things down with a number. Number three, you've got to believe in yourself and create an action plan. As you guys know by now, manifestation cannot hold any tangible results unless we also put in the effort. And the thing about this is we want to be effective, not productive. Vanessa, what does this mean? I thought being productive is good. Yes, being productive is great, but being productive all day and being busy essentially will keep you in a hamster wheel, and it doesn't really guarantee that you will reach your goal. However, if you create an effective plan that allows you to reach the goal with as little effort and time as possible, you will beat busy work and procrastination and actually get to living your dream life. So create a schedule. Don't be afraid of it. Have some sort of itinerary either on your phone. I like to actually write down my schedule physically in my book, and write down during what days you're going to work out, go to the gym, go for a run, or even just a walk, when you're going to work on your business ideas or extracurricular activities that you know will get you to your dream life. Making sure you factor in personal development as well. Write down the books that you would like to read. Create a list of those so you can tick off a new book every week, every 2 weeks, every month. Break your big goals that you have for yourself and the huge vision that you've curated for your life into smaller tasks and milestones that you can work on every single day. Number 4 is to seek knowledge and skills. If you would like to close the gap between your current reality and your dream reality, of course, that is going to require a certain set of skills. If you would like to be an entrepreneur, for example, and have the freedom to work from whatever location you would like and earn a certain amount of money every single month, then you're going to have to acquire some sort of skill that will allow you to close this gap. Read books, listen to podcasts by people who are already doing something that you would like to accomplish. Watch motivational YouTube videos just like this one. Do what you need to do in order to learn new skills and to use all of this information that we've got right at our fingertips. Do what you need to do in order to acquire this information and these new skills, because we've got it all right at our fingertips. There is no better time to learn a new skill than today. There's YouTube, there's Skillshare, there are libraries, there's so many different ways in which you can learn a new skill. I learned tarot and YouTube by doing and by reading tons of different books. I learned to build my Shopify store just by doing, by reading, by trying, and by listening into podcasts from people who have done this step before me. Invest time in where you're going and know that everything that you learn is going to be an invaluable tool to your success. And then number 5, to close the gap between your current and your dream reality, is to practice gratitude and believe in yourself. Without you believing in yourself, who is going to believe in you? If you see somebody that enters a room and doesn't believe in themselves and they pitch something to you, a business idea, or they say that they would like to date you, for example, is that an attractive person? Honestly, without trying to love everybody, is that our first choice? Probably not. If you're an empath, you may feel bad for them and you may try to, kind of lift them up. But let's be real, that is not your first choice. That's not your first candidate to work with in business. That is not the first person you're going to choose to become the father of your children. As human beings, we believe in people who believe in themselves. So you need to start today, every single day, looking in the mirror every single day and saying to yourself that you've got this. People prior to you, with less education, with less privilege, with less financial abundance, have been able to do amazing things. So why not you? Seriously, why not you? And gratitude is such an essential part to this, because being grateful every single day for what's already in your life unlocks the portal and the energetic connection to more coming towards you. Because when you're grateful and you express that gratitude for what's already here every single day, you would be surprised how quickly more opportunities come to you and how quickly that your dreams will start to become a reality. You guys, as of recently, every single day in my Aura app on my phone is essentially like taking notes. You can also just do this on the Notes app on your phone. I write a list of a few things that I'm grateful for every day, whether I'm in a good mood, in a bad mood, whether I want to be grateful or not. And that could be something as simple as being grateful for having a meal to eat, being grateful for all of the opportunities that are here, being grateful for the opportunity to work on YouTube and social media, being grateful to have you guys to talk to uplift, to motivate, to encourage. Being grateful for the fact that I am able-bodied. If you just look around, you will find that there are so many things in your life to be grateful for, things that you otherwise wouldn't even notice. And it just makes you a very humble and attractive person, energetically speaking, which will also allow you to close that gap between your current reality and your dream reality, because you believe in yourself. However, at the same time, you're grateful for what is already in your life, and you've also created a game plan of actionable steps that you can take towards becoming the dream version of yourself. Now, how does divine feminine goddess energy tie into this? Well, divine feminine goddess type energy is probably the most attractive frequency that you can be on, Just think about it. If you envision a goddess, you envision someone who attracts, who doesn't chase, someone who is magnetic and powerful. And that someone can be you. I will now share with you a list of things that nobody in their divine feminine goddess energy would ever accept. Guys, I've learned this the hard way through trial and error, so you guys don't need to waste your time or make any of these mistakes. And don't say I didn't warn you when people realize that you're just on another wavelength and level. The frenemies, the toxic people, and the dusties will leave your life pretty quickly thereafter. So don't be surprised if your circle first gets smaller before you find more people who are in their divine feminine goddess energy that you can connect with. So the first thing that goddesses do not accept is any form of disrespect. Goddess energy completely embraces respect for oneself as well as for others. So this doesn't mean that you just expect others to bow down to you, but you expect them to respect you as highly as you respect yourself, at least. And you give that same respect to other people. You don't look down on others, and you treat people in a manner that they can tell you would never belittle them for their life choices. Rather than belittling them, you're actually curious and would like to embrace them how they are. Which brings us to the second thing that goddesses don't accept, which is any kind of suppression of authenticity. Divine feminine goddesses, whether this is a dark feminine type of energy or you are into a Barbie core, it doesn't matter what kind of femininity you would like to express, whether that is more sensual or more conservative. The core value of someone who is in their divine feminine and goddess energy and is closing the gap between their current and dream reality is that they encourage authenticity, because they know that authenticity fosters success and growth and a climate in which people can support each other and push each other to be the best versions of themselves. The third point that goddesses in their divine feminine energy do not accept are any type of limiting beliefs or having negative people around themselves. And sometimes you will have to learn this the hard way. You guys, trust me, I've been there where I've tried to turn somebody who is very negative into being just as positive as I am and having just as little limited beliefs as I had. But truth of the matter is, not everybody is ready for this, because it takes a lot of strength and authenticity, and also for one to be humble. And when you surround yourself with people who are negative or always find reasons why something cannot work, or even kind of suppress you or put you down, you are just dimming your own light. There is nothing that you can do or will say that will change somebody who is in that kind of negative and low vibration. It is important that you remove yourself out of any type of group that has limiting beliefs, even if that means that you're going to go the journey by yourself, because it's not worth sacrificing your dreams just to be around people who aren't motivated. And limiting beliefs are also things that you may carry within yourself if you're constantly kind of asking yourself, can I accomplish this? Can I reach this goal or this dream? Yes, you can, okay? If you needed confirmation, know your worth, then add tax on top. One thing that I like to constantly do is to repeat positive mantras in my head about myself. Like when I'm noticing that I'm in a spiral of questioning myself, whether I can actually do it, even kind of anxiety creeping up because I'm stressing out about the future, I just bring myself to the present moment by praising myself for things that are happening right now. Like saying to myself in my head, you've got this, you're amazing, you're intelligent, you're smart, you've already made it to this point. You've still got so much potential in you, but you've got to believe in yourself. So give yourself your own pep talks as frequently as you need to in order to banish any type of limiting beliefs. And depending on what kind of household or circumstances you were raised in, if your parents were always very critical of you or anybody who accomplishes something that is out of the ordinary, then of course you're going to have to put more effort to banish and eradicate these limiting beliefs. But don't feel like it's something that has caused a setback in your life. Actually, that makes you a lot stronger, because the people who are by default free of limiting beliefs, once life really hits them, they will fold far more quickly than someone who had to fight to get their confidence to a goddess type of energy and to a goddess type of level. So definitely know that with everyone's background, there are pluses and minuses, and one isn't necessarily worse than the other. Another thing that you should not accept on your journey to closing the gap between your current and your dream reality is inconsistency. Any type of inconsistency that causes you emotional turmoil. So that means wondering when they're going to text you, call you, show up, wondering whether you can really rely on that friend and when they're meant to show up because you actually did plan a meeting. No. That needs to be cut out of your life, especially the romantic inconsistencies. Goddesses do not accept anyone who treat them as though they are an option. So remind yourself that if you are seeing someone or communicating with someone, and I can only speak from my own experience, which means the unfortunate reality of speaking and communicating with straight men, and they are just not living up to the expectation of respect, of giving you clarity, and of showing that they truly value you, cut them off. Cut your losses now, because now your losses are still minuscule. Actually, there are no losses at all, because by tolerating that kind of micro disrespect, you are actually bit by bit chiseling away at your own confidence. So never let a man tell you twice that they don't want you, because trust me, in the end, it never works out. And once you start off with this dynamic of chasing or allowing disrespect, it is going to be in that way forever, and the tendency is that it gets worse. So if there's anyone that you can tell wants to bring inconsistency into your life because they might like that roller coaster relationship life, allow them to go to the fun fair with someone who wants to join them on that roller coaster, because that is not going to be you, because you are a divine feminine goddess. Guys, my name is Vanessa Somuayina. If this is the first time that you're on my channel, I'm also known as the Unicorn Mom or your big sis from the internet. I don't want to make this video too crazy long. However, I do hope that this information was insightful and that you were able to find motivation as well as actionable steps that you can take with you on your journey to closing the gap between your current reality and your dream reality while being in your divine feminine goddess-like energy. Guys, leave a little black heart emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know that you watched the video all the way to the end. I love you guys so much, and I'll catch up with you in one of my upcoming videos. Bye guys.